Just let her rip.
Go, man.
That first set was great, man. A little faster through all the reps on this one. Here we go.
Let's go.
Good, strong pull.
Go, Andrew. Come on now.
We're going to stay with this one. Here we go. Come on now. Lock it in. There we go. Yep. Good.
There you go.
Good. Now just stay with it now. Stay with it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Whatever way you got to keep it going. Here we go. We're on 3 already. We're on 3. Here we go. 4. Yep.
Come on.
Come on now. Come on now. Yep. Nice. There you go. Good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Whew, my baby's all grown up. I got nothing left to do here.
A disclaimer and a warning to anybody that's about to watch this video. The views and opinions in this video are just that, views and opinions. Everything you see is going to be done for research and entertainment purposes only. I do not advise nor condone the use of anything you're about to see in this video. Everything is just for entertainment purposes only. Whatever you do with the information you get from this video is all up to you, but ultimately, don't be stupid. Hey guys, welcome back to Power Project SARMageddone. My name is Andrew Zaragoza, and another week has come and gone, and it was quite an exciting week, so I'm really looking forward to recapping it with you guys. Based off of last week's episode with Tony Huge, not sure if it's any surprise to anybody, but I've decided to go ahead and bump the Ostarine to 30 milligrams per day and keep the MK677 along with the other supplements going. I don't know if it's the 30 milligrams because I can't imagine it affecting me this fast, but we did hit a PR this week, and that's why I'm really stoked to really talk to you guys about it. I don't have a physique check this week. It's been really busy at work and a lot of stuff going on, so I simply forgot to do it. But my weight has kind of, it's improved a little bit. It's not stuck at 195 anymore. I've been waking up around 196, 197. I've touched 198. So it's kind of moving in the right direction, but still not going too crazy, but I feel good. My clothes, again, they keep getting tighter and tighter. Shorts, they keep kind of hugging around my quads quite a bit. But all in all, I feel really good. I feel strong, and that's really what I want to get into this week. Starting off with an awesome back buys and tries day. Our morning crew seems to be growing each day, and it's been nothing short of amazing. Training with Mark, people aren't waking up at 3 a.m. to train with Mark at 4 for nothing. I really think that's half of the battle as to why I'm getting bigger and stronger, is because now, I'm losing a lot of sleep, but it's like, balancing the two. Like, do I want to get extra sleep and not get a good training session in, or cut an hour or two a night and wake up early and train with Mark Bell and hit some PRs? But back day, it's kind of like it's one of my favorite days. It's hard to say that it's completely my favorite day, but it's up there, because before I didn't really understand how to work my back and how to activate my lats, and now it's like after every set I'm like trying to flex. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm really liking what I'm seeing and feeling. So it's become, I guess if we're gonna say if it's a bodybuilding day, back and buys and tries happen to be my favorite day. And of course, who doesn't want to train arms, right? So it's a funny thing. I don't know if you ever heard Mark and I ever talk about it, especially on the podcast. But, when we were training, we would do lat work, and I'd get off and I'd be like, man, I really feel that in my triceps. We do bent over rows, we do deadlifts, we would do shoulder work. It didn't matter what it was. And I didn't even notice it, but I'd be like, I'd come off the movement and be like, dude, I really feel that in my triceps. And he's like, you say that after every movement. So that's kind of a little joke saying that we have around here. But when we actually do work triceps, I have a lot of fun, because again, I'm learning how to activate things. I'm learning how to actually put in the real work, and I'm starting to notice the gains right away. As a skinny person, it's really hard to chase the pump. Whereas now it's like I can do a couple movements and be like, oh, okay, I'm feeling it now. We've been ending every workout with a Metcon or a CrossFit-y type workout. And on this day, we ended up with, I think it was 15 calories on the rower, followed by 10 to 15 box jumps. just back and forth. It was kind of like a partner workout, back and forth for 5 rounds, and it made me realize how bad my cardio actually is. And I'm not saying that my cardio was ever great or anything, but I think with the added weight that I've been carrying around and the mass that I have to move around now, it's gotten a little bit harder. Moving on to the next day, we worked some heavy-ish incline press. For myself, I don't remember what my heaviest incline press was before this, but I think it's safe to say it was around 185, and I hit that for a triple, and I definitely have never gone over 200 pounds, and ended up doing 205 for about 2.5 reps. Mark ended up deadlifting a good majority of the weight off of off of the press, but I still got at least 2, and it felt pretty good. Like I said, like I've never done it before, and my shoulder initially was bothering me, and then somewhere in the middle of the workout, I just totally forgot that it hurt and just kept pushing forward. We then hit up some speed work, just some banded bench. Nothing crazy happened here. Just like I said, just pretty light but fast movements. And then after that, we hit another Metcon workout. This was just kettlebell swings and medicine ball carries. But because it's a lot of up and down stuff, I didn't get a chance to film it. But let's just say you guys didn't miss much of anything. While Mark was out of town, Chris Bell and I got together and we hit up some leg work, just some box squats. For me personally, nothing incredible. I just hit 275 for a set of 5, slightly high box, nothing special. However, Chris ended up hitting 505 for the first time since before he had fake hips. Chris Bell is a fellow SARMnivore. That's his word. That's a really good pun, by the way. But it was really cool because we weren't sure if we were gonna train, and I hit him up the day before, and I was like, hey man, like let's hit legs in the morning. And it's like, oh, do you want to come in later since it's just us two? And it's like, nah, dude, let's imagine that Mark's still there. Let's wake up early and let's get after it. And he was real appreciative of it, because without both of us kind of pushing each other, it might not have happened. And of course, what's a leg day without leg press and leg extensions? The leg extensions are something I've been really liking, again, because now I'm starting to actually see the size develop. And man, like once you start chasing the pump, you get addicted to it. So now I'm finally understanding what that feels like. As far as things outside and around the gym, everything's going well. I've been powering through photo shoots, edits, podcasts, and everything. And I'm only bringing that up because I did mention that the MK was kind of making me, or at least I think it's making me tired. It's either that or the early morning workouts, but I'm able to get through it all. I'm able to, come in early, work hard, and then work hard throughout the day. So with things outside of the training itself, everything is going, as it's supposed to. And there hasn't been any setbacks in that area. And as far as my diet goes, I'm still doing the Monster Mash, but I've decided to kind of switch in chicken breast every now and again. So I'm not just having straight ground beef every single meal. It's, sometimes chicken breast, back and forth, kind of like that. And then following Tony and Mark's advice, I'm actually gonna start restricting the carbs a little bit. For instance, Mark just told me to pull them out completely out of one meal a day, which is really easy, especially for breakfast, because I can just have a ton of eggs and I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because I'm full, I'm satiated, and it's just super simple and easy. And then for the rest of the day, instead of having 1 cup of rice with every single meal, I'll end up cutting that in half. So I have half a cup now with this meal, half a cup with the next one. Again, it just makes it easy. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And I know I haven't covered my diet too much on this whole series, and a lot of you have been asking about it, but it's just because it's not sexy, it's not fun. It's meat and rice almost every single meal except for dinner, and dinner just happens to be at the most spaghetti or like Chipotle. But so I haven't been covering it because it's pretty boring, and I'm trying not to bore anybody to sleep here. But as far as calories go, I'm working with the co-host of Mark Bell's Power Project podcast, Nsima Inyang, or Inyang, as he would tell me to pronounce it correctly, Inyang. And he has me on about 3,000 calories per day. Before you guys start freaking out, he's gonna, gradually change it, do whatever he's got to do, because he doesn't want me to just add calories just for calories' sake and start getting some body fat where I don't want it. So he has a plan. Again, I'm not the expert, he is. I'm listening to him. So if you got beef with the calories, go talk to him. So now that brings us to the most exciting part, at least for me personally. When I first started this whole series, I could only deadlift 303 pounds, and that was in competition. The goal was to hit 315, which I accomplished a couple weeks ago. So fast forward to this week, and the weight was just moving. Everything felt really good. I looked down, and sure enough, you know, there's 3 plates. I got up there pretty quick. I had Mark Bell behind me, and he's like, you know, it's gonna take a minute to get, or take a couple seconds to get off the floor, but just stick with it. I ripped it off the floor, felt good. Did 2, did 3, and you know, we were doing sets of 5, and I didn't even know if I was gonna get 1, and here I was on rep 3, and I went for rep 4, and I knew I didn't have 5 in me, so I called it there. And so Mark looks at me, and he's just like, hey, okay, take an extended break, and let's get that for 5. It's like, all right, cool. So I set 1 rotation out, and you know, the like I said, I mentioned the morning crew's growing, and it's been nothing short of epic. I mean, I had all the guys behind me, you know, like, I mean, I had Mark Bell physically behind me, but all the other guys, like, they're you know, they're amping me up, they're cheering me on, and I could feel the energy, and so it was really cool having everybody there. And sure enough, I walked up to the bar, I ripped 5 reps of 315. That's, I didn't know that I would ever be able to do that, period. So to do it this fast, it was, I mean, like I said, it's nothing short of amazing. Now this happened on Tuesday of this week, so that would have only have been the second day, technically the second day of 30 milligrams of Ostarine per day. So I can't imagine it was that already, like, affecting me that fast. So I think it's just the overall training, the overall of like taking this, you know, having 9 weeks of extra enhanced supplements in my system that actually helped me get there. But that makes me really excited to see what happens next week and the following week. You know, I can't, I mean, at this rate, I don't really know if I'm gonna plateau anytime soon. So I'm not really worried about that. I guess what I am more worried about is not plateauing and wanting to keep going. So I don't know where this train's gonna stop next. So that's it for this week's Power Project SARMageddone. I just want to thank everybody that's been watching the entire series. It's been a whole lot of fun. It's been really cool hearing from everybody that's reached out. And if you want to reach out, or if you have any questions in regards to anything you've seen, the best way is going to definitely be through Instagram. You hit me up at IamAndrewZ on Instagram. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.